Hey there, this is Mike, and I wanted to put down in video a little bit of my journey here in the past couple of weeks that has been crazy, and it has been crazy good, and it's been a faith journey. As many of you know, that I'm a man of faith and a believer in Jesus, and as such, it's important for me to try to, align my life and direction by seeking God's will. And we've been praying for a while on some things about where we should be and what we should do. And we sensed that we had some things coming together that made us feel like we were supposed to be potentially moving, and it was kind of a family and business move, all things kind of coming together. And we felt like maybe that was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, back where Gail is from and where we had lived for a number of years. And so, by the way, I'm using a app called Clips by Apple, and it's automatically transcribing what I'm saying, and it's watching it. It's doing a decent job. Some of it's okay, some of it's not okay. And so anyway, for this family and business move, obviously when you have a couple teenagers and a sixth grader on the verge of being a teenager, you got to take a lot of things into consideration. Not an easy decision. They have to feel like it's part of them as well. And so we were just talking about that and praying about that and asking God for direction on that. And we decided that, collectively, that as kind of a fleece, if you're familiar with the biblical story of Gideon, you can check that one out. But as a fleece, that we would put our house for sale by owner up on Zillow. We did that in the middle of March. I'm looking at the calendar now. That was somewhere around March 11th where I finally got that live. And that next week, I had 3 calls for coming to set up showings. I set them all up for Saturday the 18th. And by that night, we had a full price offer on our house. Boom. Just like that. So that was our fleece that said, God, if you want us to continue to move forward with Lancaster and you want to open that door, then make this house selling go painless. And boom, it did. There it was, house sold. And so, okay, we'd already been talking with the owner of here, Digital Hill, Troy, and things like that. And so he knew about this potential move to Lancaster and the potential for me to open a Digital Hill office in Lancaster, and opportunity for us to grow company sales, opportunity for me to take kind of another leadership role, managing what I do with the company now as president, but also launching a new office and location that that is something that I really give myself to, as well as managing the overall company. And so next step was to begin looking for houses, and we knew we were already coming out for spring break to Lancaster first full week of April. This is April 1, I guess we took off then, something like that, through 8th of 2017. Here we are. And so we began to look for houses, and houses were going fast. I mean, we told our realtor, who happens to be a friend of mine from way back that I worked with when I was in Lancaster, that here's 5 houses. And he got back to me and said, okay, 3 of those are gone. There's 2 left. And so, whoa. Then he got back to me as we were getting ready to come out there that week and said, another one's gone. So that's 1 left. Do you have any others? And we found 2 more. And so the beginning of that week of April, we viewed a couple. Nothing really fit. No, that wasn't it. Middle of the week, nothing really. End of the week, we decided to go check out 2 more. This is Friday. We're leaving Saturday on April 8th. This is Friday, April 7th. And I'm with Keith, my realtor, and in the morning, and we began to take a look at some things. And it is about 11 o'clock in the morning, and comes in on the MLS that there's a new house on the market, and we look at that, and yeah, I mean, we definitely need to look at this one. It's checking off all the boxes of items that we want in a house. He's like, okay, I'm going to try to get you in this afternoon. I mean, this is short notice. It just came on the MLS today. So he did. Friday afternoon, we got into the house, and it was what we were hoping for. You know, all the boxes checked. Different things in the city. I can walk downtown, so I'll be able to walk to an office downtown, which was my goal. It's close proximity to the high school where we're going to have kids at. And we had already taken a face step and toured the middle school in that area, even though there's 5 middle schools in the city, hoping that we were going to be in this area. And this house fits in that area. So we put in an offer and left Saturday morning, and didn't hear anything. And then 4 o'clock comes around. I'm still driving back to Indiana, long day. Get a message that there's been multiple offers on the home. They're going to meet with the seller 8 o'clock tonight, and we'll let you know what happens. So 8 o'clock comes, 8 o'clock goes, 8:30 goes, 9 o'clock goes. And it was about 9:30, I think I got the call from Keith, and he says, "You won." I was like, "Won?" You know, wow. What was going on? And he said, well, there were multiple bids, and it's a good thing that we had the idea to put in a escalation clause, because one of the other parties also had an escalation clause, and yours was a little bit higher, and so you won. It was ultimately came down to, we had a clause that said, whatever somebody else offers, I'll offer $1,000 more up to X amount. And you know, just happened to top them out a little bit. And so, boom, there it was. So, I mean, so here we are, April 8th, and now we've got a house in Lancaster on the last day of our visit there where we could look at houses. So, again, we had been praying, God, we don't want this to be a hassle. I mean, we're out here now. We don't want to go back and forth and try to look at houses. If there's any way, if there's something can open up, and it did. It opened up Friday. We saw it Friday afternoon. We owned it Saturday night, and what a blessing that is. But it's just a faith builder for me. Just, you know, we're putting ourselves out there. We're saying, God, you want us to move, and if you do, open the door, and the door opens. And God, if you want to keep it going, open the next door, make it happen. Boom, it does. And so it's just a journey there of saying we know we're in the right direction. We know we're supposed to be doing this. It's a family move. It's a business move. I am just excited about it. And, we're taking off. It feels good to have that sense of confidence behind you. But I just wanted to record this, particularly for myself, but also for my kids down the pike. This is our journey that we've been on, isn't it? And these are the milestones, the things that we need to remember of how we saw God move. And, there's going to be tough times ahead. There's going to be stress in moving, but we need to hang on to these moments and look back at these items like this and say, this is what we saw. We know we're supposed to be here. We know we're supposed to do this because we saw God move here. Then we saw God move there. And so those can be, altar points for us, rocks that we stand on. And I just wanted to capture that on video and try it with his new Clips app. So there we go. Take care.